Hypnotic Platter. Strange story. When I inspected this item on the planet's surface, I was suddenly overcome with such a raging thirst that I thought I might fall unconscious. Having no tasty beverage at hand, I had to resort to licking the condensation from the inside of my helmet. I feel such shame. That's really gross. I hope you never do that again. When I look at this, I too get thirsty. Man, I really should have brought some kind of beverage with me as I was recording this, but I have nothing with me. I'm gonna have to change that soon. Massive lid. When people study mysterious objects, they tend to overthink everything and get easily stumped. For example, this is just a lid. Or is it? I'm pretty sure it's just a lid. But then again, the same concept is applied to other objects. Pondering Emblem. There are many things I've encountered on this planet that defy explanation. According to the ship's analysis, this object is extremely valuable. Maybe I'll buy it. I'm not so sure, though. I get the feeling that the ship is swindling me. Nah, the ship would never scam me. I'm the captain. Well, you never know what secrets it could be hiding within its processors, Olimar. Happiness Emblem. When you grow up and get a job, your time doesn't belong to you anymore. To make up for that, you have to learn to appreciate the simple pleasures in life. That's so true. That is so true. Even as I make this video, I'm constantly reminded of that idea. Looking at this pattern we found today makes me feel a little less miserable. This is today's simple pleasure. I agree. I honestly do agree. Thanks for sharing that, Olimar. Quenching Emblem. I have to brag about my inexhaustible supply of self-control. But when I appear at this treasure, I can't help but want to take a drink. Dude! You're making me incredibly thirsty right now. But I can't really stop to get something to drink. I just gotta keep going. We're almost done here. Drought Ender. Today I deliver an impromptu lecture on the basics of wilderness survival. As Louis' superior, it's my responsibility to teach him these skills. Walking around as much as we do generates an intense thirst, so water becomes very important. I told Louis that we had to ration our water carefully. That's what I was thinking until I found this. I was so parched that I couldn't help myself. I drank all the water in the canteen. It tasted so good. Was it glacial water, perhaps? But when I turned around, Louis gave me a cold stare. I wonder why he did that. Maybe it's because a certain someone couldn't suppress their need for thirst. Creative inspiration. Fascinating. If I keep staring at this symbol, I know I'll come up with a brilliant idea for a new product. I'm just not getting that vibe. Sorry, Olimar, but you may be wrong on that. Spherical Atlas. The purple Pikmin were somehow able to carry this massive treasure. Today, we measure their physical strength using the ship's onboard beefometer. It seems that they have 10 times the weight and physical power of any other Pikmin. When I throw them, they land with a resounding thud. I've decided to commemorate the cave I first encountered them in by naming it Emergence Cave. Fitting. Geographic Projection. The interior of this hemisphere contains a chip coated with charts detailing a new region. I explored this forest the last time I was here, but it's clear that it has undergone some dramatic changes. The plants and animals have also evolved significantly. I've given this forest a new name, the Awakening Wood. I must begin to form a hypothesis to explain why the forest changed so rapidly. It's just evolution. Prototype Detector. Today we search a subterranean lair swarming with carnivorous bugs. The name Hole of Beasts immediately came to mind. The convenient contraption I found there has become an invaluable treasure-seeking tool. When it approaches a piece of treasure, the gadget beeps and the needle moves to the right. When all of the treasure in an area has been collected, the device powers down. When we left Hakotate, I thought we'd never be able to pay off the company's debts. But thanks to this gadget, I'm feeling optimistic about the outcome of this daring mission. Yeah, it is a very handy tool. By the way, it's just a love tester, so how does it work on treasure when it just works on love? Could the ship have done something to manipulate it? I wonder. 5-man Napsack. I love to lay down in the grass, bask in the sun, and take an afternoon nap. But with all of these Pikmin following me, I can never seem to relax. I should remember to press C to dismiss the Pikmin, and then press and hold C to take a nap. Not gonna happen, Olimar. The last time I tried it, the Pikmin picked me up while I slept and carried me away to their onion. Hold your space horses, Pikmin. I'm not a pellet or a piece of treasure. Then I woke up. Great galaxies! It was all just a dream, wasn't it? I don't think so. This has never happened in my no-death run. Maybe it's just from Olimar's experience. Brute Knuckles. Uncharted planets like this one are often teeming with hazardous fauna. The Pikmin are usually nearby to defend me, but there are times when I need to lay down the law with my own hands. So true. If I can think of one example, Bulborb larva, you just have to punch them yourself. For example, if a creature were to try to eat me, I'd have to beat it down. I dream about that all the time. Me too, if I'll be honest. Then again, enemy bugs on the planet, they're just so strong. Repugnant Appendage. This aromatic object secretes a tangy odor that could knock out a Bulblax. I'm with the ship on this one. I don't want to touch it either, but I must. For the sake of the company and my family, I must summon the strength to carry on. It probably smells like a human's bad foot. Foul smelling. Maybe after when they've done so much walking, and they never bothered to wash their feet at all in the shower. Stellar Orb. The technology behind this impressive gadget is totally unknown to my people. It appears to replicate the intense solar beams of the sun. Space exploration has given me a ghostly power. Maybe I'll use this orb to catch a few rays. Well, it could work if you could find some place to plug it in and then provide a means of electricity to turn it on. Forged Courage. I found this marvelous alloy in a hole swarming with Bulborbs. On that adventure, I even clashed with an Emperor Bulblax. In honor of my triumph over that appallingly obese beast, I named the hole the Bulblax Kingdom. Yeah, if you guys have seen my Pikmin 2 no-death run, you would have some idea as to how much I struggle and toil to get that piece of treasure. I do not like the Emperor Bulblax at all. Kinda sad that they took away the mechanic in which you have to use bomb rocks in order to stun the Emperor Bulblax. Well, that's not the case in the Cavern of Chaos, but it is the case in the Bulblax Kingdom. If only the bomb rocks were around, then that'd make the fight a whole lot easier. Dream Material. This is yet another object I've recently discovered that is beyond my wildest dreams. Excuse me guys, one second, I need to clear my throat. Okay, moving on. It doesn't conduct electricity and it can erase marks left by pencils with remarkable ease. Sadly, the more you use it, the more it rubs away to oblivion. In a way, it reminds me of my job. You know, I too am touched by this. Kinda reminds me of my own job. The job that I do right now isn't permanent, it's just a contractor position, and it does provide me a good amount of income, but I'm constantly reminded that it's not going to last forever, unless if I were to find permanent employment at the place where I work at. I'm going to have to work really hard to secure that. One of these days, maybe something permanent will come up. And when that moment comes, I'll seize the opportunity and try to beat everyone else to it. Wish me good luck, guys. Justice Alloy. I found this metal treasure in the gut of an avian snake. It took real courage to drop into that dark den, but danger is what I do best. In honor of my brave clash with that feathered serpent, I've named that den the Snagret Hole. Oh my god, I hate that place so much. Burrowing Snagrets and pileated Snagrets everywhere. It was just an intolerable nightmare. Amplifier. Today, we searched a deep underground structure that was completely covered in tile. I have no idea what it was originally intended for, but I've decided to call it the shower room. Deep within, I clashed with a sleek bug that coughed up this conical curiosity. The ranging boister. Pretty sure it ended up being completely slimy afterwards. Professional noisemaker. I recently took a team of blue Pikmin on an expedition to explore a submerged cavern. While exploring this watery cavern, I encountered some very strange phenomena. It was such a strange place that I'm still wondering if it was all just a dream. I found this curious treasure in that cavern, so if it was just an illusion, I'm even more confused. I named that confounding place the Submerged Castle. Quite a mysterious place indeed, especially that water wraith. I have to wonder its original origin. The key. This item came from the personal treasure hoard of a massive Pikmin devouring spider. The whole cave was crawling with all kinds of fearsome creatures. I decided to name that eerie cave the Citadel of Spiders. The ship can't stand bugs. Whenever I ask it to store a specimen for me, it threatens to stage a mutiny. The ship just needs to suck it up. Though to be fair, the enemy bugs on the planet are not so valuable as the treasures. Still, every little bit helps, right? Shock Therapist. This shocker was one of several weapons wielded by the nightmarish Titan Weevil. It allowed the creature to smite Pikmin with zaps of lightning. Well, fortunately, it never got the chance. Flare Cannon. This scorching mechanism was once used by a monstrous Titan Weevil. The roasting apparatus spews hot jets of flame. I can't keep Louie away from it. He keeps trying to use it to cook sausages and caramelize creme brulee. That's like so much fire packed into that. So much heat. If you even use that, stuff would end up getting burned. Well, if you used it for too long. Maybe try to find a reasonable use for it. Comedy Bomb. This fiendish component was used by the Titan Weevil. Although it was once a primitive chemical weapon, it is now a weapon of mass celerity. Laughing Gas. Odd. Very odd. Monster Pump. This savage water pump was just one of many weapons wielded by the Titan Weevil. This pump is capable of spraying jets of hyper-pressurized water. I wonder how that's even possible. It's not even connected to a sink. Could it have stored the water? I have no idea. King of Bugs, our final treasure. Louie is back. Somehow he survived the horrific ordeal with a freakishly large, weapon-wielding Titan Weevil. I entered a hole with an army of ferocious Pikmin, grimly determined to save Louie from the Titan Weevil, but it seems that he was perfectly fine all along. I can't understand how he managed to avoid being eaten. He's always had an unusually close connection with insects, and I know he loves to cook them. Maybe he wasn't kidnapped after all. Could he have been controlling that beast all along? No, that's craziness. Although, he does insist now that we address him by his proper title, the King of Bugs. You know, there are so many things that I wonder about Louie. Like, for example, his fascination with bugs. And now what I really want to know is why he wants other people to consider him being the King of Bugs. Anyway, that was the final treasure, and this concludes the 4th segment of the Pikmin 2 bonus series. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I found it very fascinating to just read Olimar's journal and reflect on the adventures that we had with the Pikmin on the planet while we were getting all of the treasures. And if I'll be perfectly honest with you guys, I too keep a journal on me at all times, and every single day I write on it to reflect everything that's happened to me within the day or the past, and also what I expect within my tomorrow or in the future to come. You guys basically get what I'm saying. I just like to write in my journal to reflect on the past and also try to envision the future. sometimes it's good to reflect on the past, you know, and I feel as though that Olimar definitely did a good job. And even as I think about Olimar's journal, I'm constantly reminded of all the adventures that I had on the Pikmin 2 No Death run, such a successful series. Bottom line, it's nice to reflect on the past, and why I choose to do this, I don't know, but it's just a habit that I have of mine. Though I wouldn't consider it a bad habit, it's good to reflect on the past sometimes. Anyway, that does it for segment 4 of the Pikmin 2 bonus series, and in the next segment, or final segment I should say, segment 5, we're going to take a look at the sales pitch provided by the ship on all of the treasures that we've encountered on the planet. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hit that like button down below if you did. I'm MultiGameMaster1, and I will see you guys in the next video. Game on, everyone. See you later.